Hi, it's Christina from Tequila, and I'm here with another daily vlog for you. I figured since I kind of did an introductory video for the first day of Veda, but yet kind of didn't. I told you a little bit about the channel, but I didn't really tell you a whole lot about myself. And quite a few of you who are actually watching these know me in real life, but then there's this new batch of people who've come to my channel because of Veda who don't know me in real life, and I thought, well, you guys don't really know who I am, and maybe it would be nice for me to actually do a proper introductory post, maybe. So I found some questions online, and I figured I would answer them for you, and maybe you guys would have a little better idea of who I am, and why you maybe should come back on here and watch some more of my videos. I don't know. I feel like that intro went really weird. It played better in my head, but we're just gonna go with it. So I wrote some stuff down, and I saw a few other people do like an actual video like this, and I thought it was a good way to, I don't know, get to know you a little bit better. And yeah, so here we go. First off, since I didn't start with this, my name's Christina. And you can find me everywhere online at Tomes and Tequila. I started off with a blog that was mainly a book blog, and it has since morphed into books and a whole lot more. So, but yeah, my name's Christina, and I'm 42. I'm a military wife and mom. We've lived all over the world and are currently living in the greater Washington, D.C. area. We haven't lived here for very long. Before that, we were in North Dakota. Big difference. I call Louisiana home, although I haven't lived there in a really long time and I wasn't born there, but that's probably where we'll end up once all of this is over and done with. So I do call it home, but I was born in Oregon. So I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to like, where are you from? I'm like, I don't know. But I'm from Oregon, call Louisiana home. Military family. We've lived all over the place. We spent about 14 years in Europe. We lived in Italy, Germany, and England. So I have a lot of friends who are from, you know, different countries, different cultures. I think that's probably a big part of why I like to read so much, because I enjoy just different backgrounds, different cultures, different people, different places. I enjoy, you know, reading about different things. And just getting a taste for different areas. So I think that's why I like books so much, probably. I have two grown children, 20 and 23, a boy and a girl. They are my best friends. We joke that we're the Three Musketeers and my husband is D'Artagnan, which we don't think is that big of a slight to him, because really D'Artagnan is kind of the cool one that they talk about all the time in the movies and stuff anyway. So but really my kids are my best friends, and we've spent way too much time together, just the three of us. And yeah, so we're tight. They are my my best friends. So I probably talk about them way more in blog posts and stuff than I should, and they probably wish that I didn't, but they're pretty cool. Anyway, let's see. The questions that I picked are very random, but I thought they might give you just a quick, I don't know, good kind of glimpse into me, maybe. We'll see. So, favorite TV shows right now. Big into watching The Voice. Used to watch The Voice when it first came out, and then I don't know why we hadn't watched it for years, but right now I am so in love with Kelly Clarkson. I think she is my spirit animal, which is a really weird thing to say, but I am like in love with Kelly Clarkson. Every time I watch the show, everything she says, everything she does, every time she gets so excited and she like jumps up from her chair and just starts like stomping her feet and getting so excited over somebody, my heart just, I don't know, grows like 10 times the size. And I don't know, I love Kelly Clarkson, I guess. So right now, that is the show that we just can't miss. I don't know. We're watching it all the time. We don't have cable, so we watch most of our stuff on our Amazon Fire Stick and on Sling TV. So we're watching The Voice on Sling. And then HGTV shows, because we're addicted to them, because eventually we will have our own home, which if you're, you know, if you've moved around a lot or you're a military family, you know what I'm talking about. So we watch a lot of home shows, dreaming about that time when we will have our own place that we can do what we want with. And then Santa Clarita Diet, I cannot wait to watch the second season. I know it's out there and I just haven't had time to watch it, but I'm a huge Timothy Olyphant fan, and that show is hilarious. So I had to put that on there. I don't know. Let's see. How did I come up with my blog name? Tomes and Tequila. I'd been in a lot of book clubs that were wine and words, and I felt like that was kind of the normal, like, middle-aged wife book club name. And I wanted the blog to have a feel of that kind of book club, but not the typical name that everybody's got. So we sat around trying to come up with another name, and actually my son's the one that came up with Tomes and Tequila. I think I had Tequila and Tomes first, but he switched it around and said it sounds a lot better this way. So he gets all the credit. But I think that it, even though I'm not talking about just books now, I feel like it sets the right tone for me and my personality and the style of writing that I have, which I think is very informal and like, sitting around BSing with your girlfriend. So, or at least that's the tone that I'm going for. I don't know whether I'm actually pulling it off or not, but that's what I'm going for. So, favorite book series. I did a live on my Facebook page where me and my daughter both talked about our favorite books of all time, and all three of mine were series. So the Outlander series is a favorite of all time. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series is also a favorite of all time. And the Cormorant Strike books, amazing books, don't get talked about enough. So all three of those series are tops in my book. If you've never read them, I highly recommend all three of those. Let's see, where's the farthest from home I've been? I think Turkey. I traveled there once, just went on a shopping trip with some girlfriends. We hopped on a plane, went over there, shopped for a day, stayed in a hotel, dyed our hair and drank alcohol for a night in a hotel room, and then went home. And I think that's the farthest from home I've been. The farthest stateside, I would say, is Alaska, because I did spend some time in Alaska. But I think if my geography is right, I would say Turkey, because Turkey is farther away than Poland, I think. Okay, if you were going to do a 40-minute presentation with zero prep on a subject, what would it be? If I was forced to stand up in front of a group of people and talk about something with zero prep, it would be libraries. I could stand up in front of you and give you like the best brief on how to use a library, get the most out of a library, and hopefully make you jazzed about going into a library again with zero prep. Because up until we moved here, I worked in a library, and I know the ins and outs like the back of my hand. I miss working there with all of my heart, and feel very passionately about libraries. So if you ever want to hear me talk about libraries, I could do a better, newer video. I have a video up of a live I did on Facebook that I just kind of edited together and put on here that I did a couple years ago. And I could do a new one that would be better quality, and love libraries, so I could definitely do that. Most relaxing place I've ever been. We went on a vacation to the beaches in Spain with some friends from England, and all we basically did was drink beer and hang out on the beach, and I think that's probably the most relaxed I've ever been in my life. We literally woke up in the morning, threw some clothes on, stumbled across the street to the beach. When we got hungry, we went back to the room, ate, stumbled back to the beach. I think that's probably the most relaxing vacation I've ever been on. I'm sure it had something to do with the people we were with, but the locale was pretty damn nice too. Let's see. Websites I most often visit. I would say YouTube, because I spend way more time on here than I probably should, and Amazon, because I spend way too much time and money on Amazon. Let's see. Who inspires you to be a better person? When I saw this question, I thought I want to answer this, because I would say hands down the person that inspires me to be a better person is my daughter. She is the person who I think has the most, I don't want to say high opinion of me, but she is who I think thinks that I can, conquer the world, and is the one who reminds me the most often that that I have big things inside of me and am capable of doing a lot. She's the one who smacks me upside my head the most and says, like, we can do big things, and she does big things in her life. So I don't know, I would say she inspires me the most. What do you want your tombstone to say? Ooh, I only wrote this question down because I don't know what I want it to say, but I want my son to write it, because he is the funniest and most clever person that I know. And I know that whatever it says, it'll be funny and it would make me laugh, and I would be happy to have it on there. Even if it was just like some smartass 2-word thing. I know it'll be good because he'll be the one who writes it. Let's see. What are you addicted to? My husband would say my cell phone. I think most people are guilty of being addicted to their cell phones, and I am no different. I spend way too much time looking at my cell phone and shouldn't. But I have a very addictive personality, so I'll go on kicks where I'm just really into like one thing, one band, one song, one actor, one author, and I will just be gung-ho 100%. I want to read everything that author wrote. I want to watch every movie that actor did, every movie that director made. I want to look at, everything that artist painted, everything that, I really do have an addictive personality. So I just go on kicks, and it just depends on what the day is and what mood I'm in at that time, because I do have a tendency to go on fits and bursts with people and things. So have you ever given to charities? I think that the only charity that I have given to on a regular basis is St. Jude's, and that's because I have a personal connection to it. I have a very good friend whose son was treated for a brain cancer at St. Jude's, and he is a teenager now, and they didn't think he was going to make it through a toddlerhood. And I've seen how well that, what an effect that place has had on an actual family. And so it no longer just became like a place that you see commercials for, or, some place that sends you a pamphlet in the mail. I really saw what a difference it made in someone's life. And so I regularly give to St. Jude's. I think it's an amazing facility, and I will continue to give to them because I think it's really important. Let's see, what gets you fired up? This is my last question, and I've tried to talk at the speed of light so that I could get through a bunch of questions in one go. What gets me fired up? I would say the thing that gets me fired up the most right now, which is part of why I'm doing a YouTube channel, and this is why I picked this last, is I am passionate about helping people find their passions, and really passionate about helping women who maybe like me have hit a certain point in their lives where maybe they didn't take care of themselves so well when they were younger. They put their families so far ahead that they weren't even on their priority list, and now they're hitting a point where their kids are getting older, or they're out of the nest, and now's the time for them to try and figure out how to put themselves first and take care of themselves again. And I really feel passionately about that. And a lot of my friends have never put themselves at the top of their priority list. They've never really taken great care of themselves. They've devoted all of their time and attention to their families. And I would never say that there's something wrong with taking care of your family, and I love my family. They're everything to me. But I really would like to help my friends to to find themselves now, and learn to take better care of themselves. So that's something I feel really passionately about. So I don't know. So that's a few questions and answers to try and help you learn a little bit about me, and hopefully that's informed you a little bit more about me, Christina, and myself, my person. And hopefully you liked what you heard, and you'll come back for more. And if you do, please hit subscribe, like, thumbs up, and all that jazz, and come back for more tomorrow. Thanks.